Nagabenta ki khubor baman kasni pet but subscribe ya u Antor News. Kubleye phi baro kinikilong ki khubor bamta kasni. Kinong tray ka 108 dang Shen bakila dep yakendo yaka menteri katnar ka kot kakya ka kong emperin ning do banyatai halor ka mat jongki bakila ai ka jing shakri da ki postnam yaki nong pang ka jilla ki don kam yaka sarkar ban penthamai yaka rukam tray kam. Nagaliang ka kong emperin emling do kaya thu shakilat pathai khubor kinong tray ka 108 ki pensngo haka. Kum ka menteri ban penskem baka kompani ka ba shimti thymmai ban pyniaid kam dei ban pendo kam bat ki wei ki jing ai jing mentoy ya ki nong tray ka kompani thymmai ban shimti ka dei ban don ka jing pyniaid thymmai ban penne ya ka tes na ka benta ka jing tben jong ki nong tray bar ki ha ban pen thymmai ki jing tep da ka balet sha hi kai shu shu ya thu ka menteri ka kong emperin emling do ka thu ki nong tray ka 108 ka long ban penskem ye ka jingne ha ka kam hadien balawan shimti de ka wei part ka company shu shu ka company kan pet ban don ye ka skill test ye ki nong tray ban tip ye ka jingtebet jongki na lor bakin ha ban net sha hi kai man ka por ban penthamai ya ka jingtep jongki na lor ki te ki jingdawa ban penthamai no ye ka company ban shimti ban pyniaid ki nong tray 108 ki kwa ban penkiu ya ka tulam kalai thu bagi don nyotli ki company ki batbet ki thep tender ban khun ban yo pnya ya ka jing shakri ka 108 ha ka jilla ba ka sarkar kan jit ki batbet tam.
We're expecting it to complete or close by the end of today. But the new company will likely take approximately a fortnight to actually roll out its services in full capacity. It's just a continuation of our commitment as a government to ensuring that workers of the 108 feel convinced and feel confident that the government is trying its level best to ensure that rights of our 108 workers are protected. So, as was the plan, I had promised them in the previous meetings that once the bid was getting progressed, I would brief them on what is it that we have in mind, or what is the plan of action we have in mind to protect the interest of 108 workers. Every company has been asked as part of the technical bid to present a full-fledged plan for workers of 108. So things like insurance coverage, things like ex gratia, things like health coverage, things like accident insurances. All of these insurances now have been promised by all of the bidders who have come for this 108 bid. We have also requested, or rather the bid also mandates, not that we have requested, the bid also mandates that we ensure a regular increment for workers of the 108, which was something which was not really taking off. So that has also been discussed, and a 7% increment, annual increment, has also been promised by all of the bidders in the technical round of the bidding. And that meeting was just an interaction with them to assure them that we are concerned about the future of their jobs, and we have told them that few procedures have to be followed. A testing of skills of workers will obviously be there, and they will be offered employment which are negotiable depending on their experience and depending on their understanding of the assignments that they are going to be engaged in.
Ma'am, earlier you mentioned that about a free and fair process. There's a
Yes.
dedicated HR team.
Yes, we have said that we want to ensure that we bring a 108 life-saving service which matches the promise. We have to match this promise, and we are happy that this time we have had a very competitive bidding by 7 companies, which has never happened before. And I hope that this will all yield a good result in the interests of service for the people of the state of Meghalaya. We are now at a stage where we are trying to understand what are the requirements of these farmers to sell their products. We have various schemes. CM Elevate is there, Prime is there, then we have Meglam. We have all of these interventions by the government. Now government has to start looking at how to make that into a product sale.
Ma'am, since you have mentioned that one very interesting thing you have mentioned that the children of farmers should go back to the farming, but we have seen that the children of farmer usually they always look forward to moving to the towns and look for jobs, government job or other jobs, rather than going to the back to the farming and developing farming. So, if you can elaborate on the initiatives.
If you have met some of the entrepreneurs that I have met in the last 7 months, you know that that is a misconception. Many young graduates in various streams of education, be it commerce, be it arts, be it science, are now found in their farms or around their farms. They themselves are the leading entrepreneurs in various farmer producer groups and cooperative societies. They now understand the importance of actually not just growing but also selling your produce. They are now aware of what these world standards mean. They are now aware of which are the producers which have a value in the sale of honey, in the sale of pineapple, in the sale of mushrooms, in the sale of flowers, in the sale of anything. We need educated young entrepreneurs to go back and help their mothers or parents who may or may not have adequate education. I just met a very progressive farmer who herself is a full-time lecturer in Sinod College. She is heading the potato testing experiment, where she herself understands that if I want to sell my potatoes for potato chip making, this is the seed that I need. We have, you'll be surprised, but it's just that this has not percolated down to a larger section of young people. Opportunity to tie up with various companies to ensure that he has access to that particular technology. The other thing is drip cultivation. The other thing is packaging. What are the things required for packaging? What is the kind of technology required for drying or for ensuring that our producers reach the market at the right time after you have stored them in a cold storage? Other thing is make sure that if there is a farm which is distantly located from regular power supply, what do? Single farms being so small and small scaled, it's difficult for us to connect to every farm. But if many farms in the same area connect together, they collaborate together, they form a cooperative society, they form a farmers producer group, then there will be this automatic engagement of various kinds of farmers and various individuals. Just now we heard a young lady who markets flowers of various kinds to the rest of India. She was talking about there is no available market for a regular supply of production. Now our farmers have to be convinced that if you are engaging in floriculture, you have to do it professionally. This is what we need. This exposure will show them how a professional marketer of flowers expects the farmer to produce his regular chain of supply, so that there is a contract which is going to be engaged productively and it will have economic value for the farmer. Right now farmers are not yet at that plane, but we have been preparing them for the last 9 years. Now we have to push them. Where are your products? Time to sell your products. They are also meeting with marketing entrepreneurs and marketing companies that are telling them what it means to have an organic value in your produce. They are now understanding. Turmeric, organic turmeric would have almost 50% higher pricing than a non-organic turmeric product. So this is what we are trying to do. Now we need to figure out how to create these engagements for these farmer producer groups and cooperative societies. We need to handhold them and train them on MOU signing, MOU preparations. We need to train them and expose them to the requirements for ensuring that they know even how to sign a contract. So this is the time when I'm telling you again and again and again, children of farmers should go back to help their farmer parents. Otherwise, it's going to be difficult. We have a very old-fashioned concept of farming in the state of Meghalaya. We need to change that. And it is people who will change. Concepts are changed by people, players in the farming sector. Government cannot come from the outside and change the mindset of farmers. Farmers themselves have to do it. These exposures will show them.
Slipped out. Organic farming.
Yeah.
So are we moving towards the organic farming? What is government's
Let me tell you, traditionally, natural farming practices predominate in our farming activities in the state of Meghalaya. It's only in certain produce and products where inorganic farming is being practiced, and in certain belts. As of today, already 24,000 hectares have been organic certified. So now we are also looking at that. Farmers understand the value of organic farming as well. So we have a mission, which means we are moving on a mission mode to popularize natural farming practices. In fact, a question came even in the assembly. You will understand now that Meghalaya is naturally an organic producing state. Only few items like perishable vegetables are, certain amounts or certain percentages of non-harmful fertilizers are used.
Indeed, Meghalaya today is poised to be a forerunning state in ensuring all stakeholders so that it would benefit them and so that it would allow them to make a livelihood out of the beautiful business of engaging with flowers. Going back to my earlier career, I was also a florist, and I had wonderful time in my brief stint as a florist. This stakeholder consultation workshop. As we await the arrival of our Honourable Minister, I would just like to set the context a little bit on why we are having these series of workshops, and particularly in the floriculture sector today. First and foremost, I thank the Director of Agriculture, the Director of Horticulture, all the officers of the department, many of whom have come from across the state. I can see many of our hub managers, our horti hub managers from across the Khasi, Jandi and Garo Hills who are here. We are happy to have you. You are in fact the key players as we move ahead in this journey. I also wish to welcome all the various resource persons and delegates who we have invited. They come from across the country. I've heard your introductions. We are very, very happy to have you. Scientists, specialists, researchers, as well as companies, associations which help in the sale, the marketing, the export and the trade of flowers
in this particular sector. Now, why have we as a state of Meghalaya invited you? Yes, floriculture is an age-old enterprise. Gardening or taking up flowers as a hobby is probably one of the oldest hobbies there is. We learned that way back from the 1500s in the Roman and Greek empires and civilization, flowers were grown and cultivated both for pleasure and aesthetic purposes. And in the state of Meghalaya, we recognize as well that this particular sector, which deals with the art and knowledge of growing flowers, production of flowers through seeding, cutting, grafting, right up till the processing, the marketing and distribution, is really a sunrise sector in which there are huge advantages to be reaped if we go ahead in the right fashion. In the state as well, floriculture is mostly practiced as a hobby by flower lovers and enthusiasts. If you happen to visit the localities in the streets of Shillong, you will see many houses which have nice flowering gardens in front of their homes. The people in this area are enterprise, and hence it has led to the development and the growth of various flower enthusiasts and florists within the state. So we are happy that we also have amongst our audience various florists, nursery owners and entrepreneurs who are dealing with floriculture in the state of Meghalaya. We were not able to invite everyone. There's a larger number, but we have called select progressive floriculture entrepreneurs from different parts of the state so that they can learn from our resource persons and also share with us what their journey, what their challenges and what their vision is in this particular sector. Now, the state of Meghalaya, we were talking about this yesterday as well, that it's a state which is incredibly blessed with favorable agroclimatic conditions, which makes it conducive and suitable for a wide range of agriculture and horticulture products specifically. So even in the floriculture sector, because of the fact that the state has both a temperate and a subtropical zone, there are a wide range of flowers and even agri-horticulture society, some representatives. In fact, just 2 weeks ago, the Agri-Hort Society organized its famous